Good morning, Greg. How are you doing? I'm okay. Another podcast today, Sunday, July 21st, 2019. We welcome our viewers who are taking their time to watch us, and we really appreciate it.
And we want to welcome you to the Garage Door Politics. I'm Greg,
And I am Louis,
and today is, what is the day again?
21st.
21st of July. Yesterday was the 50th anniversary of men landing and walking on the moon,
Walking.
which we have some conspiracy theorists that said it never happened.
Uh,
There's always a conspiracy theory.
I can't even say that was it's a conspiracy.
And
Just people don't
what?
believe.
Well, I know nobody believes anything, but anyway, like I said before, we want to welcome our live viewers on Facebook and on YouTube and Twitter, Periscope, and our audio listeners on Anchor FM, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, and also up on Facebook Live. We have a poll. And we would like you to interact with the poll and let us know how you feel about the question of the week. Anyway, start out. It's quite a busy week this week.
Right.
Donald Trump, Mr. President, was tweeting away, and he told the members, the squad, I guess, to go back to where they came from and fix the problems in their place. And I think he originally meant the district, but everybody said, oh, they're making them go back to where they came from. So they
That's
kind of
what
took it
he
literally.
meant.
So
He meant that.
he meant that. He meant them to go back, but they're all from America.
To that country. That's the
What
problem.
country? What? No, he's good.
The only one who wasn't born here is
Omar. Elian Omar. Omar. Yes, Omar. Okay.
But the other three, they are born here.
Okay, but I have a question, and that's our question up on Facebook on the poll. So is President Trump a racist? I mean, they throw that the word racist, they've been throwing that around, and just about anybody that doesn't believe the way they believe, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know.
So what's your feelings on that?
It's difficult to define Mr. Trump at this point because he acts in a way and reacts in a different way. See, when he attacked the so-called squad,
The Mod Squad?
how you think it?
Oh, yeah.
3 are black women. 1 is Puerto Rican, and I don't know if I talked to you. I always pay attention to the nose.
Oh, well, I don't know. We better not get into the nose. But anyway, do you think that what he said could be considered?
Connotations.
You think? Why?
Racism connotations.
Why? What?
Because that's the problem with Trump. He doesn't like the way he thinks. He starts to go around like with a submachine gun. Bah! Everybody.
Well, that's what they've done to him ever since he was running for president, and then he surprisingly won, and it freaked all the snowflakes out, and they're still freaked out, and so he's been kind of battling everything from the beginning, and so he has to bring out his hardware. But do you think that this is, what I think? I think this was a political move. And I believe it was. But I don't think it was racist. It wasn't meant to be racist. It was just meant as a fire back against them, because they were firing at him. But anyway,
That was implied.
okay, well, Cory Booker came out on CNN this morning in the interview, and they asked him if, if Trump's tweets were racist. And Cory Booker compared Donald Trump to George Wallace, the former governor of Alabama.
Back in the 60s.
Right, he compared him to that. Now,
I do remember.
And he said he's worse than a racist, is what Cory Booker said. He's worse than a racist.
Because at least Wallace, he was wide open. Everybody
But
knew.
that was back in the segregationist days, in
Right,
the 60s.
but see, now Trump is not wide open. He keeps himself saying this, saying that, and now demeaning people.
Well, I got a problem with a lot of stuff that he tweets about. I think he sends those tweets before he thinks.
It has been like that. That's
think
what
it does.
we have been talking
He
about.
sends a lot of good tweets too. A lot of stuff about America, how the economy's growing,
That's
what
okay
we're doing.
with me.
I know, but
I
then
have no problem with
but
that.
but it seems like when people attack him, he's got to attack back.
He doesn't have a thick skin.
You don't think he has a thick skin? Why not?
Well, I can see it going on.
Well, it's been.
Somebody attacks him. He just doesn't.
That's the problem I have.
Without thinking.
But the problem
Before.
but the problem I have, I think these people know what buttons to push with him.
Of course they know.
Okay,
But he doesn't.
but I have a question: is when they attack him and call him racist, and then he replies back to them, and then boom, he's a racist. Boom, right away. So they throw that word around kind of liberally. You know what I mean?
Hey, they want to attack him.
Well, they
He
did.
has been attacking everybody.
Okay. Well, he's just like a
So
cage.
that's a payback.
You ever corner a rat?
He's getting there.
Well, I mean, but
But he attacked you first.
And then Joe Biden yesterday was in Las Vegas, where our studios are, where we broadcast from,
Mhm.
and he was also calling him a racist. Where not 2 weeks before, 3 weeks before, Kamala Harris called Joe Biden a racist. So who in the hell is not a racist? I don't
You
know.
are. I am. Everybody is.
I'm not, but I'm just saying there's too much liberal use of that word, because that word racist, the Webster Dictionary is someone who is against another, it could be a religious person, it could be a person with different skin color, it could be,
Right.
that's the definition of a racist, okay?
Yeah.
All right, so isn't Ilhan Omar and the rest of them that condemn Israel, aren't they racist too?
They are.
Okay, well then
The
why?
only difference is
So what makes it right then?
she. I was going to say under the squad, but that's okay. We got that already.
Yeah, we know about the squad. Okay, the mod squad.
I saw yesterday morning that she put up a bill in the Congress
Yes,
condemning Israel.
condemning
And it
Israel.
was
Right.
dead before it got to the
It was DOA, dead on arrival. Right, DOA.
The problem with her is, see, I don't see the other two ladies beside AOC being so, I would say,
Outspoken.
outspoken. They are quiet.
Right.
They just start to say something because Trump called them out.
Well, okay.
So,
All's
he-
fair, love, and war.
He stirred the ones who were very quiet. I haven't seen them say much about against Trump.
Right. Well, they've had their moments. I mean, that one
but
called him
it's
an
not-
MFer.
it's
Called
not-
him an MFer.
It's not like the Sudanese,
Well, you talking about the Somalian?
Somalian. Yeah, I'll be saying nowhere in
Oh,
Africa.
don't say that, because you'll become a racist. Okay.
I'm a red one, so don't worry.
No,
about
you're
it.
not. You're not a racist. We're not racist here. We just report on facts. But
And
I just don't understand why this now Joe Biden's a racist, President Trump's a racist. Who else is a racist? I mean, it was just I don't I don't understand.
Greg,
I
I
understand.
keep saying, it's easy to point the finger at people.
Yeah,
Now it's difficult to point the finger at yourself.
I
Do it first
I know.
before you do to somebody
Don't
else.
throw stones in a glass house. Okay, and there's another old saying.
I
And
keep forgetting to send you something that you
but
would love.
Frederick Douglass said a long time ago, right before the Civil War, he said we all got to hang together, or we're all going to hang separately. So I mean,
So you don't hang separately.
you know what that means,
Shalom.
right? But we got to all hang together. So I think the vision.
We have to reunite the country. And Trump is not doing any good on
Well, I
that.
have a question.
And
I'm going to ask this. This is the last thing I got to say. Are all white people racist?
Not all.
Okay. Are all black people racist, or none of them?
Most are.
Okay.
Because I already told you.
How about Asian people? Are they racist?
I have
Okay.
no problem with
Well, I
Asian
know,
people.
but see, if you come out and you accuse someone of being a racist, okay, you should check what you do first before
Didn't
look
I
inside.
say that?
Yeah, you got to look inside.
I just
You're
said.
correct. You're correct. You're
Point
correct.
the finger. That's what I try to do.
Okay.
I point the finger at myself and, no, in my mind, what am I doing?
Right.
What am I gonna
Sometimes it's better just to keep your mouth shut.
You better be.
So-
That's the biggest problem with Trump.
President Trump, please, let's start doing let's take the higher road here, because the Mod Squad, they're just the Mod Squad. So
That's
there's
all.
no sense of,
Once
Right.
he just forget about
just
this,
let them
they
destroy
just-
themselves.
Exactly.
Okay. Anyway, hold that thought.
Even his daughter told him, Dad,
Yeah,
he's up.
yeah, I know. Everybody's been telling me that. Everybody's been telling me. But anyway,
But even so, he keeps coming.
anyway, has anybody out there thought about starting their own podcast? Well, we did, but we didn't know where to go, didn't know what to do, didn't know who was gonna host it, was gonna put it out to the platforms where people could hear it. And we came across Anchor FM. Anchor FM is a one-stop shop for all your podcasting needs. And they can get you on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, all the other places. All the places that this Spotify, all these different platforms, and it's really easy to use, and it's free. Doesn't cost you a nickel, and you could
You
possibly
may
get paid.
even get paid.
You may get paid to podcast. So anyway, if you would like to do that, just go to anchor.fm/start. That's anchor.fm/start, and they'll get you going right away. Anyway, second thing that happened this week, Iran. We're back to good old Iran again. They seized 2 British oil tankers, and now the British aren't too happy about that. So do you think this is Russia and Putin trying to see how far they can get Iran to push people? Do you think that's part of it, or is
I do
Iran
believe.
or the sanctions really hurting Iran to where they're just
Both.
You think it's both? Okay, well then extrapolate then.
Okay. Russia, the new czar, his idea is always play havoc.
That's Putin, right?
Right.
Right.
The new czar,
The new czar.
whatever you say.
Well, you can't be the new Hitler because Trump's already got that one. That's what you said. Yeah.
No, he's not.
And they throw that around too. But anyway, go back to Iran. Go ahead.
Putin is playing havoc in South America. He's playing havoc in Middle East.
Middle East. Yep.
the Middle East, because that's what he wants. He likes to do that.
Well, not only that, he signed a new agreement to sell weapons to Turkey now, and Turkey's a NATO nation. So what does that mean?
He's infiltrated because the United States is retracting.
Okay.
And that's what Putin wants. We retract, he takes over.
Okay.
He has been doing that.
Okay. All right. So what do you think he's up to?
No good.
Okay.
And you better believe evil. Good.
You think he's gearing up to maybe get a conflict started with Iran and then maybe
No. The way I think is,
once you get Iran into a conflict?
if we go, you know, I don't think we're gonna have a war with Iran.
Okay.
You know why?
Why is that?
They can't come against us. We can go over there, boom, one strike.
Well, then if we do that, what is Putin going to do?
He's gonna back off.
You think he'll back off?
He has been doing for the last 40 years,
Okay.
as I can see.
All right.
He's gonna back off because he doesn't want to get involved. He just to play the havoc. Let's stir up the area, the region. But when things get a little hot, ay.
Well, even the devil gets hot. Yeah.
I keep saying, if you can't take the heat, you stay out of the kitchen.
Okay. So what do you think is going to happen with those? I think they released one of the tankers, but the one they're holding is actually, I think, owned by Great Britain. The oil tanker.
Yeah.
It's actually owned, and they got 23.
23 crew members.
Yeah, crew members. So.
And see, I keep saying they're playing with fire. And they're gonna get burned because if we attack them, Putin is not gonna come to help them. I know for sure.
You know for sure.
Because
You got Putin on your speed dial? Is that how you know for sure?
he wouldn't tell me.
Yeah. Well,
But no, his actions
right.
from the last 4, 5 years. No. I make my analysis about it.
Okay.
I said, he's backing off here, he's backing off there, he's holding his horse here, he relieves it. When he sees something is wrong, come back, let's retreat.
Okay. So you heard it here first. Louis says Putin's going to retreat. I think what Putin wants to do, he wants to see how far he can push everybody. So he's backing Iran on that, and I think he's giving them that plutonium too, and whatever else they need to start enriching again. I think Putin is right in the middle of that. So what we need to do, and we just put another round of sanctions on the companies that deal with Iran, even the Chinese companies, and the sanctions are actually working because it's got them fired up. And
Russia and China are working together.
Well, they've been doing that for forever. Okay.
Decades.
Okay. But what does this mean for Israel? Now that the Squad and Omar, they tried that resolution condemning Israel, and then Israel's out there. Israel's basically our only friend over there, true friend.
Jordan.
Well, but I'm talking about a true friend all through history.
Jordan is.
Through history.
We have been helping Jordan.
Well, I understand
and
that.
Normally they have our jets. They buy from us. They don't buy from anybody else.
I understand that.
And
what does this
pilots
mean?
come to the United States to be trained here.
Well, what does it
That's
mean?
the only country that I can say
Well,
they
Israel.
got really in our favor.
Israel.
No, I'm talking about
But I'm talking about what
country.
does this mean for Israel as far as Iran acting this way?
They're gonna be at war. They're already waiting.
So they're because they're just
Because they are the first one that Iran wants to destroy.
Well, yes. I mean, death to America, death to Israel. That's what they say over there. That's what they say.
That's the slogan.
Yeah, well, it must be. Everybody's got their own slogan, that's for sure. But, you know, I mean, as far as
Greg,
politics goes, as far as policy goes, world policy, you know, foreign policy,
mm-hmm.
I think we're doing the right thing with the sanctions because it's really crippled Iran. Sure, they're getting help from Russia, they're getting help from China.
We
They're-
have to,
you know,
we have to turn
ratchet it up a little notch.
on Russia.
Well, we got to do the same thing with them and China. That's why the tariffs are
China.
working. Because the Chinese, their GDP has went down since those tariffs.
Right.
And so everybody is, you know, I think our foreign policy has gotten better under President Trump because under President Obama we had no foreign policy.
It was no, more.
It was, but I think he's doing the right thing with these sanctions. And if need be, he also sends messages other ways, like he did in Syria when he first took over, and then the Russians were in Syria,
Yeah.
and you know, lobbing those missiles and
I don't even
over
know,
in Israel.
I don't even know if Russia is in Syria anymore.
Yeah, they still are. They
That's
still are.
gotten very quiet.
But they're not lobbing missile whatever the rockets over into Israel.
They're just that.
That's why when Trump
Why
said that
is it-
strike that made Bashar, you know, they
See,
later
in the same way,
Syria.
we already talked about that.
Well, that's okay.
It's okay.
Now, anyway, we'll revisit that. But now we're at the part of our podcast. We have our shame pile. So who do you got
I
this
don't
week?
have a shame pile. I need to talk about Sweden.
Okay, hurry up. Talk about Sweden and the shame pile. Go ahead.
Trump called the Prime Minister, the Swedish Prime Minister, because he said, I vouch for
That rapper
The
that
rapper.
got caught in Sweden doing something
doing
against
something
the
that he
law.
shouldn't be doing in a
I
foreign
understand.
country.
I understand.
Now, he's in prison. And Trump is trying to get the guy out. He's trying to bribe the Prime Minister. And the Prime Minister, Mr. Trump, I'm sorry, but I can't tell our judiciary system how they deal with their situation.
Well, that's because it's a southern
Now,
country.
what I want to point out here is, everybody says, socialism is not good. That's a socialist country, but they practice democracy. Trump is not practicing that kind of, because he's trying to get his finger and do whatever he wants with our judiciary system.
So you think that Trump going into Sweden, you're going to shame President Trump for trying to get that guy out of jail in Sweden?
Right.
Okay, that's your shame this week. Okay, my shame is
In that situation.
okay. My shame is Chuck Schumer.
Huh.
He only comes out of his cave every so often, just pop his head out. He's sort of like a groundhog. He just kind of pops his head out and see how the weather is and goes back in. So anyway,
Am I not in the
I
same
know,
way?
anyway.
You know that.
But anyway, the reason I want to shame Chuck Schumer this week is because he went to the border for a photo op. Everybody goes to the border for a photo op, and he said these migrants. He called them migrants. He said,
that's call it that.
yeah, he said they're being treated like criminals. Well, Chuck, they entered the country illegally. Okay, when you do something illegal, that means you commit a crime. And then a person who commits a crime is called a criminal.
I disagree.
Well, you know, so Chuck, you know, I think you need to get your, I don't know if you got a dictionary in your groundhog hole or not, but, you know, you need to get up because, see, if you do an illegal act, okay, and it's called illegal, then that makes it a crime, and that makes you a criminal, okay? So, you know, do your photo ops at the border, but at least quit lying. You know, quit lying.
Holy
Quit
cow.
lying. Quit lying.
Quit lying.
Quit lying.
You're going to have 95% of the federal government quitting.
Okay. Or they'll have to duct tape their mouth. I don't know. You know. somebody told me, how do you know politicians lying? I said, because their lips are moving. Anyway.
All the time.
Okay. Anyway, that's our podcast for the week, and we thank you for watching our podcast, and we want to see you next week. And also too, don't forget to take our poll at Facebook, and actually you can take it on YouTube and anywhere else. But we'll see you next week.
Have a good day. Thank you very much for watching us.
All right, Louis.
Have a good day, friend. See you around.